Hey everyone, it's Ria and welcome to the 100% playthrough of The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. Now last episode we touched upon the basics of the game, we did the tutorial, and we also traveled to White Orchard with Vesemir where we are to inquire about Yennefer and speak to the travelers. Now, I didn't touch upon this in the last episode, but considering gameplay, I do want to have enemy upscaling on, just because it's going to provide a challenge at higher levels and not leave us with, I don't know, level 5 or level 1 enemies all the time if we travel to lower level regions. And also, I want to keep the Gwent difficulty level on normal as well. Usually I play on easy, but for the sake of the playthrough, I will keep it normal to have also a variation, and the AI is also considerably better than on easy. Now, let's go back into the game and let's speak to the travelers and ask about Yennefer.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
So we have a dialogue option with Axie. Options marked with the Axie sign will make you use the Axie sign. The sign influences people's minds, causing them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during a conversation, invest in the delusion ability in the character panel. So we have this option number 2 to use Axie, or we can go with the normal conversation. But for the sake of the playthrough, and also because we did get a prompt, we will use the option number 2.
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh, and I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Now, obviously, if performed in front of others, people will react negatively, as we've seen over here, and also probably further instill the hate towards Witchers.
For what?
Factions, teams, suits, similar to clubs and spades, except each suit has its own face cards.
And
there are
here
also
we
special
have
Wouldn't you rather play war?
the first
Like to be
Gwent
near dawn before you get
interaction.
your game in my noggin.
What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of War? What do you mean?
Horsewoman of war. What's that about?
Folk say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
I was about to say that not all of it is wrong what the scholar said about Yennefer. But why are you here?
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
So we can choose go back to your books while you still can, or write about the war, what it's really like. Let's go with this, yeah.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
And again, Geralt is right. Because I don't think anybody would take lightly to what the scholar said. But, one last question. War make it to Novigrad yet?
War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other. Drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Well, farewell. We had a nice
Gotta
conversation
go.
with him,
So
if
long.
nothing else.
A moment, Witcher. You strike
there
me
it
as a
is.
man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Alright then, let's play.
Why not?
Splendid! Here's how it's done.
Do you want to begin the Gwent tutorial? For the sake of the playthrough, let's go with yes. Welcome to Gwent. Gwent is an ancient warring card game that simulates the clash of two armies in battle. The players are generals and the cards are their forces. And we will go first, okay. Now to begin, you draw 10 cards. This will be your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards, so use these wisely. Unit card strength. This is a unit card. The number in the upper left corner indicates its strength. When placed on the battlefield, this value is added to the total strength of the player who placed it. This is the unit's combat row icon. The icon indicates the row on the battlefield where the card can be placed, so we have close combat, range combat, and siege. Unit card special ability. Some unit cards have special abilities. This Kadweni Siege Expert's special ability is called Morale Boost, which grants 1 plus strength to all units in the same row. And we also have weather cards to reduce the strength of all cards of the given type on the battlefield, including their own. Okay, so we have Frost that reduces the melee strength. Then we have, I think, this should be Fog for the archers, and the rain for the last row for the turrets. Okay, at the start of each game you can select up to 2 cards to discard and redraw, but let's skip this for now and go straight to playing. Okay. Here is the battlefield. This is your side, and this is the opponent's side. During each turn, a player may place 1 card on the battlefield or pass. Leaders. Each deck has a leader. The leader grants you a special ability which can be used only once during a battle. Trigger the special ability at any point by pressing X. And playing cards. Press enter to select a card from your hand, or press enter again to place it on the battlefield. Okay, I do use the mouse for this, so let's... He does have Nilfgaard. He only has 10 cards remaining in the deck. We have 26. Okay, let's start simple. Let's place the Redanian foot soldier into the row. And we have total strength. The number on the left by our icon shows the current total strength of your units. The number on the right shows the total strength for that row. Both values are updated when a card is played. At the end of a round, the player with the highest total strength wins. And passing. During your turn, you can pass by holding down space. Once you pass, you cannot play any more cards during that round. Your opponent can continue playing cards until he or she passes as well. You should pass when you are confident you can win. with the units you already have in play, or to let your opponent win and save your cards for the next round. And we have end of the round, a round ends once both players have passed. The players then compare their total strengths of their units to determine the winner. All cards on the battlefield are discarded and both players' total strength is reset to 0. Okay, he's playing this. Let's play Sheldon Skaggs. And let's play a ballista. Okay, now what we can do, we can use Biting Frost to negate the power he has over here. Since we only have a 1 value unit, ours doesn't reduce to anything. Alright, we can up this and play Death Mold. And play Cynthia. I'm not really sure what to do here. Let's play the Kidwani Siege Expert. Okay, I think I will pass this round now and see what the opponent does. We both have 4 cards in hand. Okay, so the player who loses a round loses all life gem. The game is over once a player has lost both life gems. Now what happened? I think it will tell us. Yes, Nilfgaardian faction ability triggered. So when there is a draw, the one who has the Nilfgaardian faction wins the round regardless. Okay, so let's play our lowest value unit and pass. And we have a Northern Realms faction ability triggered, so when we win a round, we get a card that we can play. Let's play Kira Metz in the Archer row. And of course, there is the fog that negates her power, so we will play Siegfried of Denesla. He's gonna play Biting Frost. Okay. Well, all I can play now is the Siege Expert again. Which I probably should not have done now that I think of it. Oh, no, actually, it's fine. It's fine. He has 0 cards. We still have 1, which we can also play, but it doesn't affect a single thing unless... Okay, he passed, and we can pass as well and win the round as well. And with the 1 round, we also won. Okay, we have some tips here. There is no shame in passing or letting your opponent win a round. Sometimes it's better to save your cards for later. Each deck also features its own heroes. Heroes are high-value cards immune to the effects of special cards. These powerful cards can turn the tide of battle. Very, very true. And to acquire more powerful cards, we have to complete certain quests or purchase them from vendors, which we will also do.
Well, you've a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
Okay, so with winning this round, we got a miraculous guide to Gwent. And we also have this panel where we can read and see all the books and notices that we didn't read before. So, this is basically the only way to know which cards we got and which cards we didn't get. Basically, we still can acquire 47 cards at Velen, 34 in Novigrad, and so on and so forth. And as we collect them, this over here, the numbers over here, update as well. And we also have Yennefer's letter. Dear friend, forgive me for not asking about your health and how you have been these last years. Time is very short. I have important news. We must meet, and soon. Ride to Willoughby, near Vizima, and don't spare the horses. While I do eagerly await our reunion, I won't be able to wait eagerly or otherwise very long. Your dear friend, Yennefer. P.S. I still have the unicorn. And we have one last person to talk about, or at least talk to, and that's Gaunter O'Dim.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Do we go for it? Well, he is offering, so fine, I'll have a drink.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
So how do you know Yen?
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
I'm grinning over here. Just the mention of Dandelion's name has me grin because of very, very obvious reasons. Dandelion is just amazing. But know who I am?
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
Ah, he's avoiding the answer. But who might you be?
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Dim, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
So, where's Yennefer?
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
We don't want to share too many details, so let's go with none of your business.
None of your business.
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
And just like that, he disappears. Now we have our quest activated, or rather updated. We have to ask the Nilfgaardians about Yennefer, and we also have the glossary over here, I do believe. Ah, yes, we can read the books and scrolls over here. And also we have the bestiary. Griffins, that's the only thing we unlocked so far, and we won't read the entry just yet, so let's go to the garrison.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Three against one. My, you are brave. I won't stay long. Let's use Axie.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
Of course no. You done nothing.
Horses working witchcraft. Get him!
So it's just left with 2, I believe. Yes. Okay, let's kick him and try to beat him as well. There we go. Now, what I also... Yes, the game saves automatically. Thank you, game. But what I also love doing, at least in the beginning, especially, is I love looting the houses, because we don't necessarily have too much money on our hands. And we do need the food for health regeneration. I will try my best to use potions as well, though we will get to him. But what I wanted to say, I do use food a lot.
Freak.
Yes, thank you.
Would you raise a glass with me?
It's Dervan now. D-E-R-V-A-N.
Let's go inside of here and loot as well. We are getting a lot of dried fruits and nuts, which is nice. Toussaint, a duchy out of tales of fantasy and wonder. So let's read this. When a traveler from the northern realms first crosses the border into Toussaint, he feels at once as though he has stepped into a land ripped straight from the pages of a fantastic fairy tale. He will know no inclement weather there, for even the winters in Toussaint are mild and sunny, with only gentle calming breezes and not a hint of gale. He will know no hunger, for the trees and bushes of the land burst with ripe and juicy fruits all the year long. He will know no loneliness, for each and every soul he encounters will treat him like a long-lost friend. He will find not a single backwater of dullness, boredom, or inquietude. In this overflowing stream of marvel, in Toussaint the wine rages in torrents, music plays ceaselessly, and everywhere the air is filled with the sound of birdsong and the twittering of beautiful maids who are never stingy with their ample charms when a handsome knight comes a-calling. The capital of the duchy, Beauclair, is an architectural gem, full of glorious elven monuments, delicately soaring towers, masterfully crafted reliefs, and atmospherically mysterious ruins. Only the rare sun in a field of black, the odd gold and dark stain on an otherwise pristine edifice, reminds one that this land, this fable incarnate, is a vassal of Nilfgaard. It is a bit tricky to read, especially for me, since I'm not a native English speaker. But we will get through. We will get through it.
It's raining, it's pouring, Emperor here snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself the morning.
Well, with this little rhyme, we also discovered our first notice board. Geralt has learned from experience to keep a close eye on his surroundings as he travels, for he never knows when he'll run into someone or something of interest: a damsel in distress, a merchant peddling rare wares, or a nest of pesky monsters. Such locations are marked on your map with the following icons. So we have monster nests, armorers, blacksmiths, herbalists, basically everything we might need and will need throughout this playthrough. Let's go first read this. Wanted honeycombs will pay top coin, large quantities. Welcome to Mira the Herbalist. Let's also loot these houses. There we go. Then we have this house over here. It's also good to loot the houses to be able to sell the goods that we get to merchants or the innkeeps who also will buy stuff from us. Okay, we have an exclamation mark over there. But I do want to grab the notice board first. Nilfgaardian lessons. Hail Kazer, Glor. Art fern as snar. Don't understand what you just read? No wonder, it's a Nilfgaardian. And soon half the world will be speaking this mysterious tongue. So you'd best start learning it now, and yours truly can help you with that for a very modest fee. Ernest of Vicovaro. Outdoor relief. The Imperial Garrison hereby announces that every week the villagers poor may come by to collect food rations. Rations will only be distributed to supplicants able to document proof of their poverty. Cheats will be punished like any other thieves and to the full extent of law. Death to the invaders. Hark, fair folk of the north, if you've a yearning for freedom, if you're prepared to take up arms to defend the motherland, here, head to the woods. We grow stronger by the day and will soon show the Nilfgaardian vermin that the Temerian nation will not bear its yoke without a fight. If your heart bleeds blue and golden lilies, you will sooner die for our country than live as a slave to foreigners. Let us swear by our fathers who fell to the beasts at Sodden, by the souls of the dead buried at Brenna, to arms. The new order. This Thursday, all peasants living nearby are invited to come listen to Captain Peter Sargwin speak on the subject of laws soon to be introduced in the lands by writ of our most gracious sovereign Emperor Var Emrys. Attendance is not obligatory, but every resident of White Orchard should partake of this opportunity to learn what rights they will enjoy and duties they will have under the new order. Good folk, you no longer live in a barbarous land where every man does as he sees fit. You are now part of the great empire of Nilfgaard. Nilfgaardian law now protects you, yet it also ascribes you new obligations. Imperial forces have brought you the torch of enlightenment. Grab hold of it, and your dark age shall soon give way to a bright new era. Brother missing. Bastien, my brother, went off to fight the Black Ones. I've reason to think he stood in the great battle nearby. He's not returned to this day. Like many others, you'll say, and you'll be in the right. But if he fell, and I know it's like he did, I'd give him up to the ground. At least, like our fathers have done always, I'd bury him neath the barrow where our parents lie, not leave his corpse to be ate by the corpsers prowling the battleground. So I seek a man brave, able with a sword, and willing to venture out with me to find Bastien. I won't pay much, for I've not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude and sure show it aplenty. Any man willing to help, look for the raised hut along the road to White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune, Wildenvert. And we have a contract, Devil by the Well. Good folk, I know there's war on, and every man's got trouble enough of his own, but perhaps there's one of you who could help a father in need. You all surely know the well in the ruined village, and the devil that guards it with a jealous fury. And if you don't know, well, come ask and I'll tell you all about it. Whoever drives that monster away from the well will get a fat purse full of gold. Just don't tarry, for it's an urgent matter, Odolan. So we unlocked points of interest, undiscovered locations, as well as our first few quests. But let's go over here to this dwarf, who is very, very enraged, apparently.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Oh, his sarcasm is amazing. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
Well, I can find your arsonist for a price.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Okay, Twisted Firestarter. Let's track this quest. So we have to use our Witcher senses. Yes, thank you, game. We have to use our Witcher senses to look behind the forge for clues about the arsonist. Oh, we have something over here.
Shavings from a tinderbox. Arsonist must have lit his torch here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard.
And we also have footprints.
Footprints. A man's. Large.
Okay, so let's continue using our Witcher senses and follow the trail. Over
Stinks
here.
of piss and vodka.
We'll also grab some more ingredients on the way as we follow the trail. Go over. Yes, I know I can summon Roach. Over here we can loot this chest, I believe. Yes, fishing rod, fishing net, and oarens. Very nice. And over here.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape.
And we also have this.
Lost his boots in the rush.
How do you lose your boots while running?
Bleeding,
That's what
but
I
not
want to
badly.
know.
Surface wound.
Oh, the weather changed drastically all of a sudden. Okay, let's follow these footprints and also blood.
Tracks lead back to the village.
Yes, they do indeed. And they go. They go in here.
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
And we have seen this person while we
Drowner
were
claw
looting.
marks. It's gotta be him.
Nap, let's talk to him.
Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I ain't not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will. They forge the blades the Black Ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
I mean, he never specified how much is left. For all we know, he could maybe give us 5 crowns and be done with it. But we did promise Willis to bring the suspect in, so no chance, you're coming with me.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
Then I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp!
Oh goodness. Okay, so do we fight him or do we use Axie on him? I think we will fight him.
Try me, peasant. I could use the practice.
Oh, Geralt, don't be so cocky. Okay, dodge him. Oh. Okay, we should attack when he attacks, so his guard is down. And there we go.
Ow! 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 Oh, stop! Stop! I give up! Damn it! You broke my nose!
But not your legs, so let's go see the smith. And take my advice. Don't try anything else.
He surprisingly put up
go.
a good
One
fight
village
for having
pyromaniac in the flesh.
his hand wounded.
You! I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis! I beg you! I was drunk! Didn't know what I was doing!
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
That is really... It is a harsh punishment. Villagers will love you now. That's pure sarcasm because I don't think the villagers will take kindly to it. But let's not rub salt into the wound more than it already is there.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
We'll make sure we do, Willis. Oh goodness, the rain has really started pouring. We got 20 crowns from that. Could be better, I believe, but it's just the beginning area, so we shouldn't expect too much from it for now. But this is where I will wrap this episode up. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be up to date to when I post videos, you're more than welcome to follow me on my socials, on Twitter at RheaPlaysYT or on Instagram at RheaPlays. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!